Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn June 7, 2022. The moon heads into your social sector for a stay of over 2 days, and this is a good time of the lunar month to gain some inspiration. There's some tendency to take on too much. You are eager, and that's a great thing, but don't get yourself in too deep with commitments that may feel too much to handle later. You want some relief from recent life pressures, and you could turn to friends, networks, or your happiness goals and dreams for an escape. You may need to iron out details later, but for the time being, entertaining big possibilities is just what you need to stretch your mind. Others may wonder about your detached outlook. It is the effect of the planetary alignment that is making you draw back from a certain emotional relationship. You are appraising the situation in your own way and your own time, and do not intend to be hurried by anyone into making a move before you are ready. Once you have obtained the right perspective, you will be back. How connected do you feel with your professional network and to your dreams? With the moon now glimmering in its domicile of Leo, you could feel exceptionally moodier about these professional aspects. Luna is nostalgic, so you may be reflecting on your past colleagues and old workplace communities. If you are feeling sentimental, make it a point to reach out to your old work buddies. They might be excited to hear from you. Aside from this, you should align the lunar intuition with your aspirations. See what dreams are tugging on your heartstrings. On the whole, the outlook for the day is fairly good, but don't plan to engage in any activity that is a challenge to you. You'll be overflowing with emotion, and it could have an adverse effect on your performance. You may stutter, forget what you were saying, or appear hopelessly confused. On the other hand, a flash of intuition could guide you to a perfect presentation. You have to face up to an inner test of strength, constantly pressured by other people's problems. They might even hurt your feelings or wind you up. Take a constructive approach to this difficult situation by seeing it as an opportunity to strengthen your own position and to emerge from the argument with greater self-confidence. You notice small things about your date, crush, or muse that almost everyone else would miss, and they draw you in even nearer. You know more than you really need to get them to look your way. You have every right to simply have fun with others, but with this attitude you rarely experience the feeling of true love. Being a great heartbreaker limits your experiences, not allowing anyone to break through the barrier you place around yourself. You feel sad and lonely and wonder what it is you're missing. Have fun today, and try not to worry about the rest of the world for a while. You deserve a break. Let your mind come to a resting point and take the time to enjoy the view from where you are standing. You may find that there are people pulling on your emotions today, but more than likely, this is just an indication that they want to get closer to you in one way or another. If there is someone you are especially close to in your family, you might find that you feel a real need to spend time with this person today. This will undoubtedly be a result of your own vibration that is happening. It will surely encourage your appreciation and bonds within this unit. Don't hold back. Make plans to spend time sharing with the person who is on your mind if at all possible. If you aren't able to see them, a phone call or email might suffice. The early days of this new working week aren't too favorable for staying motivated, but this is something that even the professional gods are urging you to lean into. With Mercury still 7 days away from joining the Sun in your work sector, Saturn settling into his early days in retrograde motion in your income sector, and the Moon still 2 days away from your career sector, you can afford to take a wait-and-see approach. A coming together of playful and adventurous forces takes this one step further, actively working to keep your work hat off. Just days after Mercury's direct turn in your romantic sector over the weekend gave matters of the heart the green light, the Moon and Venus are taking advantage of this. A friendly aspect between today's adventurous lunar vibes and Venus, the planet of love in your romantic sector, is helping to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together. Our eyes in the sky. A day after we all felt the relief of Mercury headed direct, power player Saturn goes retrograde while paired with progressive air sign Aquarius, urging us all to do some serious introspective work related to the future. What do you want to invest in emotionally? Do the things in your life you've been focusing on lately deserve the attention you shower on them, or is karma pointing you in a new direction? Taking stock of your life can be an exhausting task, but the rewards are many. Putting your career in a reflective spotlight for the next 4 months will help you come up with long-term goals and innovative solutions to your life aspirations, which in turn will help you reach the success you've dreamed of and deserve. So, what's the main lesson of this serious, inward examining transit? Keep your head down, put in the work and be willing to expand your mind in new directions when the time is right. The cosmic weather is quiet today until the Leo moon opposes Saturn in Aquarius, generating resistance. It might be difficult to communicate without fear or guilt creeping into our consciousness. On the other hand, we might literally be prevented from expressing ourselves by virtue of authority figures standing in our way. The best course of action is to look at our situation objectively instead of allowing it to wound our pride. Yes, right now, we are stalled. How can denial serve as a teacher? What can we learn from this moment if our immediate response isn't to assign blame for our disappointment? Instead of drawing unnecessary lines in the sand that will be hard to retract later, allow yourself to feel your feelings fully so you can make sense of them in a mature fashion. Late in the afternoon, the moon squares Mercury in Taurus, stimulating self-doubt. Questioning our personal rationale creates seeds of unrest, making us moody. We might not even realize the true source of our angst at this time. We are only able to understand it in hindsight. Yet this confrontation is helpful, as it forces us to re-examine our biases and how our behaviors inform our choices. We still have about 2 weeks until Mercury exits its post-retrograde shadow, making this a perfect occasion to cover old ground and adjust how we respond to familiar triggers. The moon then falls into a void of course lasting for the rest of the day, suggesting we take this time for self-reflection.